Inflation, a word you hear every day, but do you truly understand it? For most of us, it's the invisible force that quietly eats away at our savings, hikes up our living costs, and keeps us wondering, how do I protect myself from this financial storm? Well, today we're diving deep into this issue that affects every American, no matter your income, background, or job title, and more importantly, how you can safeguard your money from its devastating effects. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to make sure your wealth grows, not shrinks. But first, are you ready to face the financial challenge of a lifetime?
Welcome to Wallet Vision, helping Americans achieve financial freedom with smart savings, budgeting, and planning. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video.
Let's start with the basics. What is inflation? At its core, inflation is the rise in prices of goods and services over time. So, when you're paying $5 for your morning coffee today, and the next year it costs $6, that's inflation in action. But here's the kicker: over the last few years, inflation rates have spiked to levels many Americans haven't seen in decades. A simple trip to the grocery store has become a financial minefield. And if you're not careful, this silent predator can drain your hard-earned money without you even noticing. But what causes inflation? It's a combination of factors: rising demand, increased production costs, and yes, even government policies. And when inflation rises faster than wages, that's when the real danger strikes. You're earning the same, but everything is more expensive. The American dream starts to feel like a mirage, doesn't it? Let me ask you, have you ever felt like your paycheck is a bit like a superhero who promises to save the day, but then it just vanishes? Like, where did it go? It's like inflation's little magic trick poof. Your money's gone. Inflation doesn't just affect your daily purchases, it affects your long-term wealth. Think about your savings account, that hard-earned money you've been stashing away for years. But if inflation outpaces your interest rates, guess what happens? Your money is losing value while it's sitting there. It's not growing, it's eroding. In fact, if inflation sits at just 3% a year, and your savings earn 1% interest, you're actually losing purchasing power. So, what does that mean for your future? If inflation keeps climbing, how can you make sure you're staying ahead? Stay with me, because we'll uncover the secrets to keeping your money safe from inflation's claws in just a minute. Now let's shift gears. How can we protect ourselves? One of the most powerful strategies is diversification. Imagine you're at a poker table. Do you bet everything on one hand? No, you spread your chips across multiple hands to increase your chances of winning. The same applies to your money. Rather than keeping all your savings in cash or a low-interest account, you need to spread it out: stocks, bonds, real estate, even gold. This way, if inflation pushes one area down, others will rise to keep you afloat. Think of your money like a garden. If you only plant one type of flower and a storm hits, your entire garden could be wiped out. But if you plant a variety of flowers, some will thrive, no matter the storm. Diversification gives you that safety net. Another key strategy: real estate. Property has long been a reliable hedge against inflation. Why? Because as prices rise, so does the value of your property. The best part: real estate provides an opportunity to generate passive income through rental properties. The rents you charge can increase over time, directly matching inflation's rise, while your mortgage payments may stay the same. Talk about a double win. Now, I know what you're thinking. But Evan, I don't have the budget for real estate. Well, don't worry. You don't have to be a millionaire to start building wealth through property. There are ways to get started with little to no money down, and I'll tell you how in just a moment. Then there's the stock market. Yes, I know it sounds risky, but hear me out. Historically, the stock market has outpaced inflation over the long term. And while there may be short-term volatility, those who stay the course generally see their investments grow. If you're not investing in stocks yet, it's time to consider it. Think about companies that have the ability to raise prices during inflation, like technology or consumer goods companies. They thrive in times of rising prices, but how do you know which stocks are the right ones? You might be wondering which specific sectors and companies to focus on. Stay tuned, because we're about to dive into the hottest inflation-proof investments in just a few minutes. So what should you do with your cash? First, move it out of savings accounts that are offering nothing more than a slow death. Instead, consider high-yield savings accounts or inflation-protected securities like TIPS Treasury inflation-protected securities. These are designed specifically to keep up with inflation, ensuring your money stays ahead of the curve. Remember, protecting your money isn't just about saving, it's about growing your wealth. You don't have to sit idly by while inflation eats away at your hard work. You have the power to take action today. As we wrap up, let me ask you, what will you do next? The strategies I've shared today are your tools to fight back against inflation. But now it's time to put them into action. Start diversifying, start investing, and take control of your financial future. The sooner you act, the more your wealth will grow, while others are left behind. The power is in your hands. And speaking of controlling your financial destiny, if you want to take it a step further, make sure to check out our next video, Tax Tips for the Average American. What you should know. I'll be sharing even more insider strategies to keep your wealth growing in every financial climate. Don't miss it. Click here to watch now.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Wallet Vision for more actionable tips on how to save, invest, and build wealth. Until next time, stay smart, stay wealthy.